welcome to Gymnastics with Joy, the podcast that flips your perspective on gymnastics, where every athlete has a story and we're here to tell it. Today, I am joined by an impressive purple knight, a glorious golden eagle, a barrier breaking bulldog, an HBCU trailblazer, a history maker, a floor igniter, a showtime fighter, a crowd delighter. I can't believe she's here, but she is. Please welcome Naimah Muhammad.
But it, all the schools I went to in there.
Yeah, of course, of course. Had to include them all. And you
Wow.
were homeschooled, so I couldn't get like a high school in there or something.
Yeah, no,
Um, but I did my best. I did my best.
I
Um,
loved it.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm really excited.
Me too. Thank
This
you
is
so
just
much for
awesome.
doing this. I'm so excited you're
Absolutely.
here. Okay, so I tell me a little bit about yourself for people who don't know you or who maybe just know you as a gymnast. Tell me a little bit about yourself growing up with a big family and things like that.
Okay. So I'm Naima. I'm 23 years old, and I mean, it's really hard because all I have done is gymnastics my entire
Yeah.
life. But outside of gymnastics, like now, I am working in sports and I work in
Yes,
primarily women's basketball.
which is
So,
incredible.
thank you. And recently, I just joined a sorority. I'm a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. So outside of gymnastics, life has been really busy, and I got a dog.
I was also looking at your major and I got some mixed ideas. So it said one thing I read said you were majoring in English and film studies, and then one thing said sports media.
So it's film studies.
Okay.
I did English and film studies. Sports media, we don't have that. We didn't have that as a major at FISC. That
Mhm.
was just my focus after school was
Gotcha.
in sports. And
Okay.
even in school, my film studies were mostly used at like basketball games and stuff like that.
I love that. I love we have a lot in common in the sense that we're both just like sports nerds. Like
Yeah.
like I can tell you love sports as much as I do. Like I can get into any sport, truly.
No,
Like,
literally. People,
yeah,
I think people think it's just gymnastics, but I'm like,
no.
no, it's not just gymnastics because
Yeah.
my dad coached football when I was growing up, so I was constantly always
My
around
dad was a
football.
football chaplain.
Oh my God, yeah. And then like my mom did track, and that's
Mhm.
like I grew up watching track and stuff on TV. So
Yeah.
I just love all sports. And then volleyball, I
Same.
really got into volleyball when I got to Fisk.
Yeah.
Because I've never like went to volleyball games or anything, but
Hmm.
we had a volleyball team.
Hmm.
So after I watched volleyball, I was obsessed, and
It's
I'm
so fun.
obsessed with volleyball. I'm glad now they're like getting pro leagues
Did
in
you see the
volleyball.
Aggies?
Yes, they
Volleyball team?
won.
Yes, they did. I'm a Texan girl. Okay, I'm from Texas, so
Are from Texas. I forgot. So that was probably like, yes.
it was amazing. It was amazing. Okay, so I want you to tell me a little bit about when did you first get into gymnastics? Who inspired you to want to be a gymnast? And what was it like being homeschooled and doing gymnastics growing up?
Yeah, so I started gymnastics really late. I was 9 when I did gymnastics,
Hmm.
and most girls that I knew and talked to, like my teammates, they all started when they were like 2 or like even younger sometimes, like in those like toddler
Right,
classes. So I
right.
started kind of late because at first I did ice skating, and for
I
both ice
love ice
skating and
skating.
gymnastics, it's so fun.
So fun. I
Like
can't wait
it
for the
really
Winter
is.
Olympics. I
I
can't wait for
can't.
the
That's
Winter.
this year.
Yeah,
See, I can't keep up with Winter Olympics because I Summer Olympics has gymnastics. So I'm always
I
focused on
know.
the gymnastics.
I know. I know.
But
Sorry, I
yeah,
didn't
so
mean to interrupt you,
no,
but
you're fine. I did ice skating first, and for both ice skating and gymnastics, I saw it on TV.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, that looks really cool. I'm gonna try it. So I
Yeah.
did ice skating, and I did enjoy it, but I don't know. I don't know if it was because it was like really cold or what, but I just really stopped feeling it. And honestly, I don't think I was being as challenged and as pushed as I wanted to be. And I was like 8 years old when I was doing ice skating, but I was
Yeah.
already trying to do like figure eights and spins and stuff that I saw older girls do.
Mhm.
And I was just like, all right, I'm bored. I'm ready for something else. So
Yeah.
when I turned 9, like that next year, I was watching TV and I saw Gabby Douglas on the TV. and
Hmm.
she was on floor. I didn't know like it was floor that she was on. I didn't know what
What meet was it?
gymnastics was. I have no idea. I want to say though, like it was a blue floor, which doesn't help because all the floors are
Okay,
blue.
so it was not London because London did not have a blue floor.
It wasn't London. Before London. I want to say this was either 2011 or 2012, but like before London.
Yeah. Okay.
So I
Okay.
just remember she had her hair in like this like floppy kind of like ponytail that was really cute. And
Hmm.
I can't remember her leotard was like, uh, I don't know.
It
There's
wouldn't have been wouldn't have been 2011 World Championships in Tokyo, would it? I want to
I'm
say
not
they had a
sure.
blue floor,
I
but
want
I
to
don't
say it
know.
was like a US meet
Oh,
though.
okay, maybe it
I
was.
don't. Maybe it was championships or something. If
Yeah.
I like see the picture of her in the leotard, I'll know exactly what meet it is.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Figure
out.
that out. But I saw her on floor, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, so fun!" Like she looked so happy. I was like, "Oh, I want to do that."
Yes.
You know what? Maybe it was 2011. I'm trying to think. Like I know the exact day I started gymnastics. It was April 11th, but I can't remember the year. I
Mm,
want to say. I want to say 2011,
mhm.
2011, maybe 2012. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll ask my dad. He knows.
Yeah, yeah. Let me know. I'm just curious.
But that really inspired me because I knew about like Dominique Dawes and like
Hmm.
the older like other black gymnasts that were
Yeah.
like older because my mom she watched the like the Olympics in Atlanta, so I knew who
Yeah.
Dominique Dawes was and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But outside of her, I hadn't seen any other black gymnasts before.
Yeah.
So when I saw Gabby, I was like, oh my gosh, she looks like me.
Yeah.
And she's doing something really cool. It looked way more exciting, way more fun. So I was like, I want to do gymnastics.
Yes.
So it took a lot of convincing for my parents because I was just they're like, you just did another sport and now you want to go
Mhm.
do something. And you know, gymnastics is expensive, but I
Right.
was like, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show you. Like, I really want it. So I'd be flipping around the house and in the backyard, and that's also what my older sister like was teaching me cartwheels and stuff. I learned how to do a back handspring and stuff like on the grass somewhere. So
I'm impressed.
yeah, it was crazy. So my parents were like, all right, we're gonna take her to do gymnastics. This is getting out of hand. So they took me to the gym. I went to Bright Raven Gymnastics in
Hmm.
Rochester, New York, and that's the only gym I've ever been at my entire life. And you know, it's not like one of those prominent big. It's not like a WCC or like one of
Right.
those like Texas Dreams, or they're not really known for creating college international elite stars. It's a
Yeah.
gym, recreational gym to have do gymnastics, have fun.
Yeah.
And I went there my first day, and the coaches were like, "Who is this? Who is this?"
Yeah.
Because she's coming in and doing a whole bunch of like stuff like she's been in gymnastics. And that was my
Yeah.
first day ever. So since then, I've just played gymnastics. I absolutely loved it. So say Gabby definitely inspired me. I saw gymnastics on TV. That's how I got into it. And I
Hmm.
forgot what the third question.
Oh, just and how what it was like being a homeschooled and doing gymnastics. Was it
Yeah.
easier, do you think?
Oh,
Or
I think so. I think partially it was easier. Sometimes it was harder.
Mhm.
Easier because when I did start moving up levels and just like getting older and having to spend more time in the gym, it was
Mhm.
easier for me to do because I was already homeschooled.
Mhm.
I was able to, go to any type of summer intensive camp, whatever we had going on because I was homeschooled. I didn't really have to worry about that.
Right.
Well, does in the summer, but like, if there was like something going on where like, sometimes we had classes that started at 4, I could be there right at 4. I had to be there late because I had school or anything.
Right.
Um, but it was different just because most of my other teammates at the gym did go to school, so
Mhm.
they would like have conversations or try to like talk about stuff that is more public school related. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Was
Like
that
I've
a
never.
challenge? Like getting to like being homeschooled? Was it a challenge learning all of the I guess like pop culture things that everybody else was learning, or was that something that was in your family that was like easy for you?
Yeah, I think it was easy for me, honestly, because my dad also worked in schools. So
Okay.
since I had so many people that are around like public school, I
Mhm.
had public school knowledge just
Yeah.
because I know what you guys are talking about pop culture wise.
Hmm.
And, there was still YouTube and stuff happening. So
Sure.
social media wasn't as prominent as it is now, but it was there.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
and then like, I missed like the Wendy Williams shows and stuff to
Hmm.
get my pop
Oh yeah.
information and stuff. It was a challenge, I would say, socially,
Yeah.
just because my real outlet was gymnastics. Of course, like my mom homeschooled me and all of my siblings, so we still went out and like there's other homeschool groups and we would do things with other people.
Yeah.
But for me, I just cared most about gymnastics more than anything.
Hmm.
So it was kind of like, you know what, it's cool because now I can focus on gymnastics. So all
Right.
of my attention turned towards gymnastics.
I love that. Well, I mean, you made the right choice,
Yeah.
gymnastics or ice skating. I think you made the right choice. Not to say you wouldn't have been a great ice skater. You probably would have
Maybe I would have,
been.
but
You would have been because you're a very amazing athlete. But okay, so one thing that I love about you also is that you're really into makeup. And I also am a makeup girly. And I listened to this interview one time where you were talking about how makeup was kind of like your war paint before going and doing a meet. Could you talk more about that?
yeah. So I didn't really get into makeup or anything until I got to college,
Mhm.
honestly. Because for JO, well, it's not JO anymore. They call it like DP, developmental.
Mhm. Yeah.
It used to be JO. So in
Mhm.
JO, like there are rules that like you can't do too much. I remember when they had the rules about like nails and makeup and stuff like appearance in JO, the rules were just different. They are a little bit less rigid now.
Mhm.
But because I was so scared of like I saw the movie Stick It. I was scared of like, oh my God, if my bra strap or something shows, I'm gonna get deducted. So
Right.
I didn't want any of that to ever happen, so I never did anything crazy. If I had
Mhm.
nail polish or stuff on, I'm scraping it off before a competition. I didn't wear any makeup.
Yeah.
Glitter hairspray, like my teammates like doing glitter hairspray sometimes. I was
Mhm.
so scared just to do glitter hairspray because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get deducted.
Right,
But
right.
college is completely different. I would watch college gymnastics on TV, and they would have like the stickers on their face and
Yeah,
like
the
the glitter and their
tattoos.
hair. Yes, the tattoos. Oh my God, I love those so much.
Me
And
too.
it would just look fun. So I was like, when I do college, when I get to college and I do the college gymnastics, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna do all of that.
Yes.
So my first school, I didn't compete for my first school, but my second school, at Brockport, I started doing my makeup, and it would be like the one thing that could kind of calm me down,
Hmm.
um, because I would do it, with music on. Sometimes I think for like our home meets or like little scrimmages, not scrimmages, inter squads. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah, yeah.
that's a football term, scrimmage. What?
It's okay. I know what you meant.
Okay, so for like inter squad stuff, we would get ready like in the locker rooms.
Hmm.
But a lot of times, I would just want to get ready before everything. I would get ready like by myself. I do like getting ready with my teammates sometimes in general, but
Yeah.
I really noticed that like I needed to take like 2 hours, block out 2 hours early in the morning or something to just do it myself because that
Yeah.
was like my calm. That was me like visualizing, that was me breathing, relaxing, and it made me feel more ready because I fully believe that you you look good, you feel good, you feel good, you do good.
Here.
So that was like the thing that really got me going. And then when I transferred to Fisk. So Brockport colors were gold and green,
Hmm.
and Fisk colors are blue and gold.
Hmm.
So I felt like I had even more creativity that I could do because the green and gold was cool, but like I was
But
a
blue
lot
and gold
younger.
is just amazing
Blue
together.
and gold, it just made
It
sense, and
pops. It
it
pops.
popped. So I just was like, okay, I'm gonna start getting more creative with my makeup and stuff. I think the first meet we had in Vegas, I kept it simple. I think I just did like regular gold.
For the Super 16?
For the Super 16, I think
Yeah.
I just did like regular gold because I
Yeah.
was so nervous. But that
You
just
did.
that little,
I rewatched that.
oh,
So you did.
I think I just did regular gold. But I would start doing stuff like the store one time to get like stuff before the meet, and I went to the makeup section and they had like this blue mascara, and I was like,
Love
"Ooh,
blue mascara.
I could do blue mascara." So doing my makeup for competitions and stuff became a way for me to be in my element. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all done up, all creative, and then I'm gonna go out there and put on a show. It's kind of like when if you're in theater or if you're an actor or something, like you put on like your stage makeup and then you go out there and perform. That's kind of how I use my makeup. Like, okay, I'm gonna put
Yes.
on this makeup and I'm gonna go out there and put on a show because when I put all this makeup on, I'm a different person now. So that's kind of how it helped me, and I came out with some really cool looks that I
Oh
kind of need to
yeah.
retry now.
Oh, I literally every time you had a live where you were getting ready before a meet
Yeah.
this past year, I was like logging in. I gotta watch her beat her face.
My gosh, I need to go back to doing that.
Yeah,
Now my makeup, obviously I don't have like the blue and the gold anymore, but I can still
you can still have fun with
I
makeup.
can have fun with it again.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think that is one thing that I love. Some of my favorite athletes in NCAA are the athletes that see it as a show. So like I am an actor. My degree, I got my BFA in acting. And so I relate to putting on a face and putting on a character and going out there and putting on a show. So like Jordan Childs, I admire her so much.
Love her.
Her makeup is, oh my gosh, her makeup,
Always
her hair, her
amazing.
nails, like everything is always just top tier and it is a performance for her.
Yeah.
I feel like you're the same way. Like when you perform your floor routines, like you have the biggest smile on your face and like not everyone does. Let's be
No,
honest, it's
that's
hard. It's hard
it's
to get into it and but you always
see,
have
oh
this
my
huge
god,
smile.
that's okay. So I didn't always do that actually.
Really?
So
You did every time I've seen you, you have.
So I did. It was when I was younger, I took gymnastics very seriously. And
Hmm.
I think it was one of, if not both, but one of my parents, it was probably my mom. It could have been my mom and my dad, but I think it was primarily my mom that was like, Naima, you can smile, like you just look so serious.
Hmm.
And it was I want to say like level 3, level 4. Like I was just always very
Hmm. Stoic.
focused. Yeah.
Hmm.
And like I would score pretty well, but my
Hmm.
mom, I think she was just like, you don't even look like you're having fun. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what? I'm having fun. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But honestly, I do think it was just because like, that's the compulsory routines. You're just like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, oh, she doesn't know anything about gymnastics. Like, what does she know about gymnastics? But then I do remember I was like, okay, I could smile or something.
I
And
could
I
see that.
noticed that when I did start smiling and stuff, I would score better and judges would smile back at me. And I'm
Hmm.
like, huh, this is working.
Yeah.
So then when I finally was able to like do optional routines where you can kind of make your own routine with
Right.
like your coach or whatever,
Hmm.
I was like, okay, if I get to pick my own music and stuff, I'm going to pick things that I know I'm going to dance to, I'm going to enjoy, I'm going to like, and really put on shows. Like my very first optional routine was from the movie Descendants. It was
Oh
the
my
it
God.
was rotten
Amazing.
to the core. It was that
It
because
was
when
what?
that movie came out, it was the rotten to the core from Descendants. I
Love.
remember when that movie came out, I was like, oh gosh, and I like ran to the computer and emailed the music to my coach. I was like, this is the music we're using. We're doing Descendants. This is it. And the dance sequence, I was just like, they were smiling, they were having fun, but it was like it was part of the story. So after watching that, I was like, yeah, I get it now. I understand it now. My mom is right. I need to smile and I need to put on the show. So from that point on, like floor, I took that the most seriously, but I made sure I would practice like my expressions in the mirror and
Hmm.
I would like practice the hand movements and stuff and look where my eyes are going and add a head turn somewhere because I started to notice like, when I do smile and I am like doing facial expressions and stuff like that, it helps me feel better about my performance. It wasn't
Yeah.
like I was just flipping and tumbling. I like flipping and tumbling, but sometimes thinking about it would stress me out. So
Hmm.
really just thinking about the dancing, the performing part was the most fun for me and it took
Yeah.
that edge off. So from that point on, now all my routines have just been like, okay, ooh, showtime.
Yes, no, I mean, every time I've ever seen you perform a floor routine, it's just infectious, the joy that you have with and two, like I remember when I was watching the Super 16 in Vegas, y'all's first meet, and you landed your okay, first of all, your double back is just so beautiful, like just
Thank
so
you.
high, and it's beautiful. And I remember the look on your face when you landed it the first time. I got teary-eyed. I got teary-eyed because you
Oh, I
looked
was
so
crying. I was
yes.
sobbing.
And that whole floor routine was just phenomenal. And like to go out there, I want you to talk a little bit about this because to go out there, setting the stage here for Naima, but this was Fisk's first meet, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
ever.
ever. And you were the one. You were the first. You were the first
Oof.
HBCU gymnast in history, and you had to step up there and hit your routine. And if you didn't hit your routine, then that would be remembered forever. If you did
Yeah.
hit your routine, then that would be remembered forever. So talk a little bit about what was going through your mind in that moment and kind of like what grounded you, what helped you through that performance.
I that was the most stressed out, anxious, anything I've ever been for any type of gymnastics competition ever.
And it was on
And
TV.
and it was on TV because like when I try to explain it to people, I'm like, oh yeah, it was a real moment, but like really, yeah, I'm graduated now, so I've had time to really like think about everything. Like, dang,
Hmm.
that was a crazy thing they
Tell me,
put me.
talk to me, girl.
So like whole week leading up to it, like the week just leading up to the first meet, honestly, way before that, like just the whole preseason was really stressful because I was a transfer student.
Hmm.
I spent like a year and a half at Brockport and I did
Right.
really well there. I
Yeah.
won a floor title there. I placed at regionals on floor there. Or my team went all the way to nationals and stuff like that. Like it was, but it's a Division 3 school,
Hmm.
which even though we are D3, like we still had like I had a teammate that was doing like full ins on floor. Like I
Yeah.
think when people think D3, they're like, oh, they don't do anything. No, we were
No,
good.
no, D3. I love watching
D3 is
D3 meet.
amazing.
No, Brockport has a like a couple of triple fulls this season, I think.
They are incredible. So like I absolutely enjoyed it being there. That wasn't the issue, but I just knew like I can't. I'm not gonna be here forever
Yeah.
because Brockport it was only 30 minutes away from my house, and
Hmm.
like we mentioned earlier, I was homeschooled. So
Hmm.
basically, I was in the same place that I have been for like 18, 19 years, and
Yeah.
then I was just like, yeah, I just I don't know. I want more. I want to try to get out there. But I really loved my time and being there. But also I was one of the only black girls there, and
Yeah.
I I knew that it was very obvious, very clear, and I loved my teammates, but I just knew like I can't really relate to them sometimes, and most of the time I was just by myself. I would just be school, practice, go back and do homework, start
Yeah.
again tomorrow. So
That's lonely and
it was.
isolating.
So
Yeah.
when I did transfer, it was a whole new world and I felt like great about it. But
Hmm.
then also all this pressure came in. I didn't have that same amount of pressure. We had pressure, like regular gymnastics pressure at
Sure.
Brockport, but for Fisk, it was the first HBCU and Talladega, Wilberforce weren't there yet. So
Hmm.
it was just us
Right.
and the whole world. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was the whole world.
No, it was the whole world.
It was the whole world watching.
Hmm.
So that pressure wasn't just on me; it was on our coaches, and our coaches had to tell us, like, "Hey, you got to go out there and look good because you can't,
Yeah.
you can't fail." So
Yeah.
that whole week, just leading up to that meet, I was like stressed out, crying, like, "Oh my god!" I couldn't hit my routines, and I've
Mm.
never had that happen to me where I was just like not hitting routines,
Were you too much in your
and
head or?
I was so in my head. We had an inner squad. It was like the blue and gold inner squad, and we
Hmm.
had that like open to the public. That was like our last kind of anything before the first meet. And
Hmm.
that was, I want to say, mid-December, and then the first week of January was the meet. And I fell on my face on my double back at the inner squad
Wow.
because I was so distracted. There was
Yeah.
cameras, like news people in there. It was a whole crowd. Everyone wanted to see the first look. And I was just like, oh my gosh, the whole week I couldn't hit that double back. And we had changed it. I never did a double back at the end. Like at Brockport, I put the double back at the beginning.
Hmm.
Um, and my amplitude has always been really high and stuff.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I was so in my head, I could barely get enough height in my double back. I used to have my legs like really tight together in a tuck. when we went to regionals for Brockport, like I have a video on my TikTok, like I have done my double back, and it's like the best double back I've ever done, just straight up and down, beautiful. All
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden, my legs are separating, I'm tucking, I'm cowboying in my double tuck. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
going on? I'm throwing my head back crazy. I couldn't do a floor routine all week.
It's almost
So
like the yips, when an athlete does
yeah,
the
that's
yips,
exactly what it
you
was. It
know
was just
what
like,
you're doing, but
and then all of a sudden, I can't do gymnastics anymore. I didn't know what it was, and then I think even the last practice before we left, I didn't make any routine. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I, I probably will still have to compete because there was only like 15 of us. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I might have to compete still, but at this point, if they take me out of the lineups, like I understand, I'm probably not
Mhm.
going to be competing.
Mhm.
At least I get to go.
Yeah.
And so we were in the airport on the way to Vegas, and our coach, Coach T, she called me over, and I knew it. I was like, oh, I'm about to get like in trouble, or she's about to tell me like, hey, look, you have had it rough all week. I just knew like she's gonna break it to me. I'm not about to compete, and I get
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
instead, the opposite happened. She called me over and she was like, so we want you to be the first HBCU gymnast. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And
That's
she
like
was like,
actually I'm getting tears in my eyes.
I couldn't even enjoy what she was saying. I was sitting there and I had my back up straight and I was just real okay. Because I'm like, she's crazy. What is she talking about? She's like, we want you to hit the first routine. She's like, you've already done, you know, college gymnastics before. You know what it's like to compete in front of a huge crowd, and I need a routine that's going to make people take notice. And I know your routine is going to do that.
Yeah.
Because even though, yeah, I couldn't really hit a routine in practice,
You could
the
sell it.
performance, the dance was there, the story was there, and
Hmm.
our choreographer at the time, Russell, I love Russell, but I'm pretty sure that he had the most trouble with me. I know for a fact, anytime he had to come in and help me with the routine or music, I know he was just like irritated with me because I was so like, I can see it in my head, I can hear it in my head, but when I put it out, it doesn't really make sense. So
Hmm.
we worked really hard on my floor routine, and there was a story there, and I
Hmm.
wanted to show that. So the routine was amazing. That's still like my favorite routine
Incredible.
that I've had in
Hmm.
college. So when we got to Vegas for podium training, I was still very nervous, but
Hmm.
I felt better. The floor was really bouncy, and our coaches were trying to tell me that like, hey, the floor is bouncy, so like you'll get your double, make it around, like you'll be okay. So when the actual competition came the next day, I like blank because we started on floor,
Yeah.
and I was just like, ugh.
And you were first up?
Not only like it would have been great if it was like, oh, we started on beam or something. We were starting on floor. So not only was it like, oh, I'm gonna be the first gymnast to go on floor. No, you're gonna be the first to go for everything.
Everybody,
Like
everything. Yeah.
everybody. Like I think we went first. Like I think I started off the meet. I don't even know if anyone
You
else was
did.
competing. Oh yeah, wow, okay. So so I was very nervous. We had the 4 minute touch. Of course, we did the warm up, and then we had 4 minute touch. 4 minute touch. Barely did anything. I think I did one front pass, and then I did a layout, and then I just sat in splits the rest of the time because I knew I don't want to get myself too tired,
Yeah.
and I started getting those like nervousness feeling in my stomach.
Mhm.
So, on the in the video and like on the screen and stuff, it was all live. It was on the big TV. My parents have never ever seen me perform like on like Big Ten Network or
Mhm.
SEC because I've never been on those big networks before.
Mhm.
So they would just pull it up on like YouTube streaming. This was like the first time they got to like turn on the TV, flip the channel, and I'm there on it. My
Mhm.
dad did come to Vegas, but like my mom and all my siblings and stuff watched it from home. That was like the first time. So I'm like, I know they're watching me. I know everyone's like watching me, and there's cameras everywhere. And if I mess
Yeah.
up, then everyone's gonna think HBC dress is dumb. And you can't do that. So I was really like in my
That's a
head.
lot of pressure.
It was so much pressure, and I was so scared. So like our coach at the time, India, she was talking to me. She was trying to hype me up, and I was like, "Oh, will you be in my corner? Like, I need you to stand in that corner." In the video, like she's standing in the corner because I'm like, I need you to like talk to me. So
Hmm.
she's taught in the video like she is talking to me before I go and in that corner before I do my double back. So I was hearing what she was saying to me, and I was taking it in, but I was just like. trying to breathe, and then like I look really calm, and I look like I'm
Oh.
prepared, like it doesn't phase me. I was not. I couldn't even. I was so scared. Like I saluted the judge, and then I had to take another deep breath. Like okay, lock in. And then after that, it's a complete blur. I can't even tell you what happened after that up
Hmm.
until the double back because I don't know. I
Hmm.
watch 13 a lot because I have to remember
Hmm.
what I was thinking because I went blank. As soon
Yeah.
as I saluted and like snapped back up, it was showtime.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I
No,
don't know what
literally,
happened.
literally.
So 13, it's going good. I'm pretty sure everything. My leaps felt good. I had trouble with my leaps all practice, so that felt good. And then the dancing, fine. I start to like gain consciousness again up to the double back because I know it's coming. And I kind of glance over at India and she's in the corner. She's like nodding her head, like, you're good, you're good. So I'm like, okay, take a deep breath and go. Like my eyes were getting blurry. Like I knew I was feeling it in my heart. I was like, okay. But normally when I feel like that, a big bump in my heart, it sounds weird, but like when I'm tumbling and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on this one because I feel it. Like I
Hmm.
knew it in my heart I was gonna go. So I
Yeah.
went and I did it. And as soon as I landed, like it wasn't my best double back. It was a pretty high. It wasn't my best one ever.
It was really good.
It wasn't good. I I just was so happy that I landed it because
Hmm.
I hadn't landed a double in like a week and a half now.
Hmm.
So like in a routine and like
Yeah.
so you take a couple turns and they're good, but in the routine I hadn't done a good one yet.
Right.
So that was like the first routine that I've done that was good.
Yeah.
And so when I landed, like immediately, like I was smiling, I was happy. It was just like I was shocked more than
Yeah.
anything. I was smiling because I was happy, but I was really surprised. Like, oh
Hmm.
my god, I finally
You're
did
like,
a
I
routine.
did it.
And then I started like crying. I barely saluted. Like I saluted the judges and stuff, but I was just so like, we were supposed to hold the ending pose. Our
Hmm.
coaches were giving on us about holding your ending pose, and I did hold it as long as I could. But it was really just to keep myself together because I was just sobbing, crying, and I
Hmm.
was crying because it was kind of like it just kind of felt like not only was I relieved because I got through the whole week of practice, it just kind of felt like finally, like I'm done transferring. COVID had ruined literally my entire freshman year. So like that was done. I'm done with the transferring. I'm finally on a team where I feel like I am part of something.
Yeah.
Like I've never thought that I would be competing on Big Ten Network. I'm on Big Ten Network. People were cheering. I was just like, wow, I've always wanted to go to HBCU, and then I finally was like, it felt like I was doing everything that I've always wanted to do in that moment, and it all just came in at once, and
Yeah.
I just started crying. But
Yeah.
I was excited, but then and then they posted everywhere. They posted that picture of me crying.
You're
I
like,
was
thanks,
like,
guys.
oh my god,
It's a great photo, though.
I do love that picture. And I was hugging my teammate Aaliyah in that picture. It was a great picture. It was like as soon as the meet is over, I was able to get my phone. I'm like, oh, this is the picture you guys showed. You didn't post. And then later on throughout the week, other pictures of like my leap and my dance came out. And I was like, why didn't you guys use this one? This is the picture that you guys chose to post of me. I was sobbing, crying, ugly tears. Makeup looked a mess. It was just crazy.
But it captured the heart of the moment, which
It
is
did.
what it was about.
It did. So I get it, especially like, now that I've studied film and stuff, I understand why they picked that
Yeah.
one. But God, I was at the time, I was like, oh, I know they didn't just post this picture of me ugly crying. And then
I
I
would
got
feel the
back to
same, girl.
school and my friends are like, yeah, we saw you crying on TV. I was like, oh my God,
You're like, you didn't see my double back that I got, okay?
if only you guys knew how much of a struggle that was.
Thank you for sharing that with me because that is so much insight and context to that day. And it's such a special day because I know that, just like you saw Gabby Douglas for the first time and you're like, oh, I look like her. I can do that. You are that for so many Black little girls around the country,
Yeah.
around the world. And I want to know, like, what does that mean to you?
Um, it means a lot. Sometimes it. it overwhelmed me a lot because I'm like,
Yeah.
huh, like anytime I had a bad meet, because I think right after Vegas we had like a double meet weekend, so we went from Vegas to Michigan, and then a day later we were in Georgia for the Georgia
Yeah.
meet. And Michigan, I had a horrible meet. I think I fell on my last pass, and it was just like, oh, I had such a high, and now I'm right back where I started. And I remember calling my dad, and he was trying to like calm me down. I always call my dad before and after competitions,
Hmm.
just because like that's how our relationship has always been. When my dad was a football coach, so I think because he was a coach, he kind of thought like he could be a gymnastics coach too. So sometimes he would try to coach me, and
Hmm.
sometimes he has been right, but other times my dad just
You're like, Dad, you don't
no.
know. You may know
So
ball, but you don't know this ball.
right, so I would call my dad all the time. So I called him, and he was trying to like hey, you did great. And I'm like, Dad, I know I didn't. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, cut the show. No, I did not do great. I fell on my face on the same network that I was just on last week. I did terrible. It was horrible, and I was like, they're not gonna put me in lineup for Georgia because I sucked. I said, it's raps. It's whatever. And I remember my dad going like, it's not about that. It's about think about all the little black girls you're inspiring. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm probably not their favorite no more. If I inspired them, that's done.
That's so not
And
true.
yeah, he said that too. He was like, that's not true. He's like, I guarantee you, they don't even think about or care that you fell.
No.
They really just care about that they can see somebody like you out there doing that.
And
So I was like, oh.
they remember the first routine, and that's what they're
Yeah,
going to remember forever.
I hope so. I really hope that's the only routine people remember. Because
That's
that next routine was so bad.
I don't even remember that next routine. And I'm a gym nerd. I have this like locked and loaded of memory. I don't even remember that routine.
Yeah. So
So,
then the next meet, Georgia, like literally 2 days later, I did hit that routine. It was great. It's like redemption.
hmm.
But it was after the Georgia meet. First of all, the Georgia meet was such a like the Georgia meet felt like Vegas. Vegas
Mm,
was huge just because like there were a lot of cameras
yeah.
and that was our first meet. So Vegas felt big, but Georgia
Georgia's,
felt
I mean,
just as big as the Vegas meet, if not bigger.
yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, cameras are around and everything, but after Georgia meet, like we had to sign autographs and stuff, and people were literally like coming at us at the
Yeah.
Georgia meet, wanting to get pictures and autographs and stuff like that. I've never done autographs before,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, these little girls are coming up to me like, "Can I get your autograph?" Whatever. And to my surprise, at the time, I was like, "Dang it, my dad's right," because they all wanted pictures with me, and I was like, "Well, duh, they do. I did good this meet, whatever." But
Not that.
Even in Michigan, I had a horrible meet, and they still wanted pictures and they still want autographs and stuff. So I was like, okay, it overwhelmed me because I'm like, huh, if I do bad, like I'm not a good role model. I'm not being a good inspiration. They're not gonna like me anymore. I can't really motivate or inspire if I don't do good at what I'm doing. But it wasn't even about that. They didn't
Hmm.
look at it as, oh, she's such an amazing gymnast. I know I'm not the best gymnast in the world. I know I have people around me that are better in different areas. I know I'm better in some areas. And sometimes I'm just an overall solid gymnast, and that's
You're
okay.
you're an
You
incredible
know,
gymnast. You're selling
thank
yourself
you.
short.
That's just my over analytical
I get
mindset. I'm
it.
just like, I'm not anything crazy, but it doesn't matter because I am to
You're
another little
Naimah.
girl. Yeah, to another little girl, I am what Gabby was and still
Hmm.
is to me.
Hmm.
So it took a lot for me to really understand that. And now that I do understand that, it's like, huh, I really got to make sure that like I stay with that. So like whether that be coaching or going to like the clinics and choreographing routines and stuff, I always make sure that I'm still involved in gymnastics somehow because I don't want that to go away. I
Right.
don't want that same feeling to go away because it never went away with Gabby. And then when she came back for Rio
Yeah.
2016, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm living. This is
Yep.
literally like I'm starting gymnastics all over again because that's the feeling that she gave, inspiration. So
Yeah.
I,
And she won her third gold medal.
yeah. So I'm like, you know what? It's a blessing. It's a good thing to be able to inspire other people. Even if I don't feel like I'm at my best or I did my complete best, it doesn't matter because to other people, I'm still doing
Yes.
something beyond what they thought was possible. So that's something that keeps me going in that
Yeah.
regard.
Well, think about this. I mean, Simone, Tokyo wasn't Simone's best meet, but that's probably the meet that she inspired me the most, you
No,
know?
literally, that meet was like, it was like, huh, hmm.
She's she's the GOAT in many respects. And um yeah, I'm gonna get emotional talking about it. She's my hero, but um like mental health is really important to me. And those little girls, like they may have seen you land on your face or whatever, but they also saw you get back up and keep
Yeah,
going,
and that's
you
like the
know?
most important part.
Absolutely. That is inspiring. So, like and also too, if you think about like what all of these great athletes have given us, like Simone, we wouldn't have had the joy of Paris if we didn't have the heartache of Tokyo.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And so I feel like with your career, you've had a lot of ups and you've had a lot of downs, but like the ups far outweigh the downs. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And the way that you've inspired people is just like I really hope you know how inspirational you are because
Oh,
you're a special one.
oh God, thank you.
All right, well, I have some questions that I want to ask. So, let's get into it. If you, how would you describe yourself off the mat to someone who only knows you as a gymnast?
Honestly, I feel like on and off the mat, I try to stay the same person.
Hmm.
Um, very bubbly,
Yes, very.
almost too bubbly.
No such
Um,
thing.
very try to be as kind as possible,
Hmm.
and helpful to other people. And I would say I'm hilarious. You
You're
may not
really
notice
funny.
it. You can't notice it on the mat, but I actually am. I think I'm a funny person. I can I can make some people laugh.
I
So,
can make some
but
people laugh.
I feel like on the mat and off the mat, you should kind of still try to be that. Even if
Yeah.
I'm not physically on the mat, off the mat, like you want to be a supportive, cheering your teammates on, be a good person, be a good teammate. So I still try to take those elements and put that in real life too. But
Hmm.
it's different for everybody. Some people go on the mat and they just lock in, cutthroat, focused, vicious,
Right.
like Brooklyn Moores. I feel like that was her. She's like a
Yeah.
really sweet person, but
Hmm.
on the floor, it's like she puts all that drama and emotion on it. Like she's in it to
Hmm.
win it. But
Oh
then off
yeah.
of it, it's like whatever. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm kind of the opposite. I'm like both. I try to stay the same on and off the mat.
I love that. Okay, so be honest. What is your favorite event to train and your least favorite event to train?
Honestly, anything bars, I hate bars. But I kind of like training bars for fun. If
Okay.
it's like training for competition, like getting ready for meet season, I'm not gonna swing bars. If
Hmm.
it's swinging bars just because I can do some giants and swing
Hmm.
bars, I like doing bars for that. But
Okay.
I also I'm double jointed, so when I hyperextend, like I hyperextend on
I am
bars. So
too. Look at this.
yeah, oh
Look
yeah,
at us.
on bars, sometimes I would get scared I'm gonna hyperextend too much, and I can't do bars. I hate bars.
Hmm.
So, but I do secretly I do like doing a couple of giants because I feel
Hmm.
like they're fun to do.
Yeah.
Um, I will say though, hated training. I hated training beam.
Mm.
Beam was just one of those events where like either you're on that day or you're not. And if you're not, it's not a good day. I hated training beam.
Yeah.
Even though my beam skills weren't like anything out this world, I couldn't train beam. It was just like, ugh. If I'm not on today, then I'm getting off the equipment. And
Yeah.
obviously I love
It's the
training floor
most,
the most,
yeah.
but
Beam is the most unforgiving, I feel.
it is. And it's just like it's always so up and down. Some days I really love training beam because those are the days I was on. I was hitting everything. I felt like a real I feel like beam was like when you think of gymnastics, I feel like you think of beam sometimes because
Hmm.
that's just a very gymnastics thing. And I just
Yeah.
never if I was having an off day, I was just like not feeling it. It was something being something about training beam. It looks really good. The idea of beam is a great concept.
A beautiful beam is like,
Oh,
but like
I'm so envious of people that have like a beautiful, gorgeous beam because I'm like I could never.
me
You
either.
got it.
Morgan has a beautiful beam.
She does, and
Mm.
it's gotten way better.
Like I did you
Details
see
of it.
her clip from Arkansas?
Yeah, their
It
podium, not podium training.
or
What's it called?
their was it
Inner
their
squad.
inner squad or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so what is a skill that you love watching, but you would never compete or hate competing or would never even dream of it? What's a skill you love watching?
I have two answers. That's
Go
such
for
a
it.
cop out. But the skill I absolutely hate to do, but I love seeing other people do it because I feel like not a lot of people do it, is the one that I did on floor. The front handspring, front full front layout.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so good. I think Nia Reed did it. I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember. She
I
did do
think
it.
that, yeah.
And then the girl from North Carolina State, the Wolfpack
NC
Gymnastics,
State.
she did it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
She I think she graduated now, but she was a senior,
Was
I
it Chloe
think.
Negretti?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's her. Yeah,
Okay.
she did it. Nairi has done it, and I did it. I hate that skill more than anything. I hated it so bad I had to take it out my final year of gymnastics. So my body could not do that anymore. I
Hmm.
love watching that. It's so
It's a beautiful
beautiful.
pass.
It's amazing. And then for skills I didn't ever compete, but I love watching anything on bars.
Hmm.
Like anything on bars, like the Takachas, Pack Salta bars, a good bar routine
Ugh.
is just like my favorite thing to watch, but I know for a fact I could not do any of it
Yeah. Yeah.
ever.
I think that's what's fun about it is it's like who are some of your favorite bar swingers in NCAA or elite?
Okay, Gabby, obviously. That
Yeah.
was like
Oh
her
my
thing.
gosh.
Um, I feel like it's biased for me to say, actually, I'm not gonna say Morgan
She's a great bar swinger. Oh
because
my
she
gosh.
is a great bar swinger. But you know what? I like Morgan's beam
Hmm.
way more.
Her
So
beam's
her
beautiful.
her bars is so good, but I just something about Morgan's beam is just like,
The way
I
that she
love that
finishes
more.
every skill in just such a complete and clean way. Like,
Oh, I'll say Sanaya, my teammate Sanaya. I'm like, I need to pick at least one of my teammates. I'll say Sanaya.
yes,
I really like her bars a lot because she does a lot of unique skills that
she
I don't really see a
does.
lot of people do, like her dismount.
Love her
Um,
dismount. And she lands with her chest up when she does that
yeah,
dismount. And that's such
every
a
single
hard
time,
dismount.
every single
You
time,
land with your chest up and she's
every
like
single time.
standing straight up.
Yeah, literally standing so straight, she has to step back sometimes because she's
Yeah.
standing straight up. And quite literally, oh, who's that girl from? Oh, the girl from Oklahoma.
Audrey
It's
Davis.
yes, because I don't think she ever got a perfect 10 on bars.
Mm-mm. Just not, a lot of 9975s.
And I was like, she was like the one gymnast that I was like, how does
Yeah.
she not have a perfect 10 on bars? And
Her
I feel
piked
bad.
Jaeger, her piked Jaeger is
Yeah, like how has she not gotten one? I was sure that like for her final routine, I was like maybe this will be like a storybook ending that she'll get the perfect, and she didn't, and I was mad for her. And of
mm,
course, Suni Lee, like I've seen
uh,
some great bars. I just love how difficult her bars is. Her
yeah.
bars is just so like
It's so
who
hard.
thinks of throwing that skill with that skill together and then immediately go into the
Literally. I
love it.
know. I know. Absolutely. You named some of my favorites as well. I also really love Shilese Jones on
Oh
bars.
my gosh, her bars are so good.
So good. I like I need her to selfishly I want her to come back ASAP because I'm a
I
big
want her
fan.
because she has been out for so long, but her bars was like
Iconic.
top notch bars.
No, literally,
That's
she's a
gold
bar
medal bars.
medalist, like at
Yeah,
Worlds. Like also Sky Blakely can swing some mean bars.
she can swing some
I
bars.
love her. I love her Downey. But yeah, I love bars. I could talk bars all day long. I it's one of my favorite events.
I just can't compete it, but it's fun to watch.
It's fun to watch for sure, for sure. If gymnastics fans knew one thing about you, what would you want it to be?
Thing about me, like non gymnastics related.
It could be either. It's up to you. Your
Oh,
interpretation.
okay. I Gymnastics. I have a lot of like. little old lady hobbies. I love to scrapbook. I
Ooh.
used to crochet when I was younger. I stopped because it got too much for me. I love to read, but mostly like scrapbooking is like my favorite pastime to do.
I
I take
love
pictures
that.
of everything, anything. And like, yeah, I like to post pictures and like make videos for content purposes also.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
sometimes if it's something I'm not posting, I still like to take pictures of literally any and everything. And I keep like receipts and old ticket stubs. And I have made a gymnastics scrapbook and I have like a scrapbook just for like regular life. So I have to find it. It's at home somewhere.
I want to see
Um
this.
it's like I have a gymnastics scrapbook and it's just like literally all of my stuff from when I first started gymnastics up
Mhm,
until about the time I graduated high school because then I went into college and I didn't
mhm.
really unfortunately I didn't really collect as much stuff from college gymnastics. I wish I
Yeah.
did, but I do want to make it a goal to maybe go online, find some old articles, something, whatever, and put it all into a gymnastics
Yeah.
scrapbook of just my college years. Because I have it
Yeah.
from JO, all my JO stuff. I want
Yeah.
a scrapbook of all my college stuff. So
Yeah.
I do some old lady hobbies. So I
I
love to
love
scrapbook.
that. So you say you like reading. What is your favorite book right now?
My favorite book right now. My favorite book ever, like ever, has
Yeah.
always been Everything by Nicola Yoon. I don't
Okay.
know why. I read that when I was in high school, and it was like a really formative book for me. For some, it's a cheesy, cute little romance, but
I love a good romance
I
novel.
love romance. But it was just I needed that
Mhm.
book for some reason at the time of my life, so it's my favorite.
Love.
I just read me and my friend Alex. We do like buddy reads,
Hmm.
so we just read Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. That's how you say her name. That
Was
was
it
a good
good?
book.
Do you
It is
recommend?
good. It was. I gave it like a 3.75 stars slash four
Oh,
stars. It was good, but it was like sometimes it was just a little cheesy. But that's
okay,
what
okay,
romance is.
okay.
I think my favorite book though right now, huh? Right now, it would be the either the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. It's by a Japanese author. I cannot pronounce. I don't want to butcher his name at all, but
Hmm.
it's the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series by it's a Japanese author. Love that book series. It was so good. Made me laugh, made me cry, made me happy. And also, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Those
Yes,
two are probably my favorites right now. That book, anything she
great
writes,
book.
I read that, and then anything else she's written since then, I just buy it, read it, love it. So
Love.
good.
Do you ever read? So I love reading, but I like nonfiction. I like romance novels, and then I like gymnastics books. So
Oh yeah,
I recently read I read Jordan Child's book, I'm That Girl, which if
I
you
still
haven't,
have to get that
you
book.
gotta
I
read
am
it.
going to get that book
It's
because
incredible.
I've read all the like the gymnastics books. I When Gabby wrote her first book, Grace
Hmm.
Gold Glory,
Hmm.
I forced my parents to take me to Barnes and Noble to go get that book. And my dad has this horrible picture of me when I'm smiling, huge, like big, bug eyed, just holding the book like I got it. I had that one, and then she did another one more of like a picture style book, Raising the Bar. Have you read
Hmm.
that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that one, I have two copies of that, one to read and one to just have on my shelf.
I love that. Have you read The Balance by Amy Borman, Simone Biles' coach through Rio?
No, I read Simone's book,
Hmm.
but I haven't read her coach's book yet. And then I have like Lori's book.
Yeah.
Um,
The
what
Balance
I
is
have,
really good.
Allie Raisman's book.
I haven't
I
read
have
Allie's
out.
book. I need to read that
Oh,
book.
Allie's book made me
I
it
love
made me
Allie.
cry. It also made it. I've never like Allie Raisman. Like like she wasn't like my favorite gymnast because I really loved Gabby. I was obsessed with Gabby, so she was
Yeah.
like my favorite no matter what. But
Yeah.
Allie's floor routine was
Oh,
probably my favorite, if not my
yeah.
most favorite ever. One of my most favorite floor routines.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Rio and also
In London.
just because literally only because of that first pass. Obsessed
Yeah.
with Allie's first
It's
pass.
nonstop. And also, I think we can say that Allie Raisman's probably one of the greatest floor workers of all time.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
I,
saying that.
I she could have done only floor, and I would have been like gold all the
Yeah.
way around.
Literally.
Only floor,
Literally.
like just just amazing. I love her floor.
Yes, me too. So
And
you're
her beam
into,
was underrated too.
oh, she was a great beam
Her,
lifter.
I think when she came back, like during like the 2016, like US, probably was U.S. Championships, her beam. I'm like, are we kidding? Like her beam was
Her,
amazing.
no,
Why
she
is no one
was
talking about her
so
beam?
sharp. I mean, she's got a bronze medal on beam at the Olympics from London.
Yeah, like
Like,
her beam has always been really good. I just feel like her beam
yeah,
is very underrated
I agree. I
sometimes.
agree.
I
No, I
loved Allie's beam.
me too. I completely agree. So one thing that I think is very interesting about you as well is you are first for many reasons, but you were also the first collegiate athlete to get approval to wear tights under your leotard. Is this correct?
Yep.
Will you talk about a little bit about that?
Yes. So I grew up in Islamic religion. I grew up Muslim.
Hmm.
And so even when I started gymnastics, part of why my parents were kind of like hesitant was because modesty was like the biggest thing.
Hmm.
And all gymnasts usually just had the leotard on, just the
Right.
leotard. And so your legs are just out. So they weren't really comfortable having me do gymnastics if I wasn't able to cover my legs. And we weren't even sure if I would be able to,
Hmm.
especially when I was like really young. So, we'd had to fight to get that to happen. Um,
Which is crazy. You had to fight to get that to happen.
yeah, it was a huge thing. And it happened in like God, I almost fell out. It happened in like say like middle school going into high school when it really became it probably was just high school. Yeah, I want to say it was high school because it was like a huge problem. Like um I went to a competition and I've never had issues by the time I want to say it was like level 7 going to level 8. I never had issues leading up to that, and then as soon as I got there, when I started, because at that level, that's when you start going to like regionals. The regionals was like
Yeah.
after states. Like
Yeah.
states is the end of our season. No, regionals, nationals happens when you get to those higher levels. So once I got to that level, it started being a problem, and judges would go to my coaches and say, yeah, so if she has tights on, we're gonna have to deduct her before she even touches the equipment. So even though my routines would be up to level,
Yeah.
they basically told my coaches like if she wears tights, then she's gonna start at a 9-8 instead of a 10. They're gonna take 2 tenths off before I touch
Two
anything.
tenths. That's
And I'm like,
literally
what the heck?
that's
two
a
tenths.
tenth per leg.
Yeah, 2 tenths, 2 tenths per leg. 2 tenths. So coaches weren't going for it. Some of the other judges in New York State weren't going for it. They're like, what's the problem? We know her. We love her. What's the
Yeah.
problem? And then they were like starting to make all these other little rules to okay, fine. Well, if she's gonna have them, they have to be sewed in, and if they're not sewed in, we got to take a deduction. So my mom would took a pair of tights and she sewed it into my competition leotards, so then it wouldn't be a problem. And no one has ever like checked to make sure it was sewed in. But
Yeah.
also, when are you gonna actually come up to me
How
and
are you
check
gonna
to see if
know?
my tights are sewed in? You couldn't tell if they were or not. And I
Mm-mm.
hated having to do that because sometimes I have to adjust my leotard.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have them sewed in, you can't really adjust it. And I would be scared of like the seams popping or something. So
Yeah.
it just was another thing that I was focused on. I didn't really need to be. And
Yeah.
then there were always black tights when you got to regionals, for the or states for the different teams. Then they give you different leotards. So like for New York State one year, level 8, we had on like purple leotards. So
Yeah.
I was like, I want to get some purple tights
Yeah.
to match. Like why not? I had black tights on. I was like, I want to get purple tights.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember even getting the purple tights, and we were freaking out because it was like, are they going to deduct me because they're not black? Because they told me if you're going to wear tights, they have to be this color. So I wore the purple tights anyway.
As you
And
should. As
I
you should.
had a great year that year, level 8. That's like my best year ever. But it was just something that I was very conscious of. But at the same time, my parents were like, you know what? We'll focus on that. If we have to like legally do something, we'll do that. But just focus on the gymnastics because if you can just prove that you can do the gymnastics without the tights, then you'll be fine. Because then also they started saying things like, oh, well, if you have tights on, we can't see the lines of your legs to make sure they aren't bent.
That's
And
literally dumb.
it's like, but ballet dancers?
Literally. Also, the German national team, they wear unitards.
Yes. So they wear unitards also. So then it became a thing where New York State was like, oh, we'll get you a unitard, and then they never gave me a unitard.
Of course not.
They never gave me a unitard. They were like, "Oh, we'll get you a unitard. We'll get a unitard made," and then they never got me a unitard. So it was like whatever. And then they finally like made a rule. They added it to like their USAG whatever that like it was okay to wear tights or shorts in the um sanctioned meet. So
Yeah.
I always was like, "Oh my god, like did I help that? Was that me?
Yes.
Cool." And then I got to college and at Brockport. My first meet was at Rhode Island College. And after that meet, somebody came up to my coach, Renee List. She's still at Brockport now. And
Mhm.
they were like, hey, like, you better check and make sure she's allowed to wear tights. And she was like, oh, I'm pretty sure she can.
Yeah.
But she did check. So she emailed like NCAA and like, she didn't really know the background. She just knew like, this girl wears tights to practice. I'm not gonna tell her no. Whatever. Do your thing. So she literally was like emailing with NCAA back and forth, back and forth. And then finally I got CC'd on like one of the last emails and it was a NCAA like religious exemption document basically saying that I have approval to wear tights throughout NCAA competition because there is a rule. I don't know if there still is, but there was a rule for NCAA like your team has to all wear the same thing,
Mm.
So it was kind of a thing where like, well, is she wearing the same thing? If she has tights on, or you have leotards on, and Renee is just like, I mean, she's wearing the same leotard, so
Yeah. It's
yeah, she has
literally
the
the
same thing
same.
on.
Yeah.
So I do have that document. It's probably in my gymnastics scrapbook at home. So I was so worried, like, oh my God, what if somebody like pulls me? So I would like take that document and put it in my bag and take it with me
Mm.
every single meet. Um,
But you shouldn't have to be stressing about that.
it and it's an option, not even just for like religious reasons, but also like you never know why somebody might not want to.
No.
I know a lot of girls that were like they wanted the option to cover their legs, not for any religious reasons, but it's just a comfortability thing. We
Yeah.
are wearing leotards. Some leotards are very high cut.
Hmm.
I like the high cut leotards too, but some
Hmm.
people might not feel comfortable wearing high cut leotards.
Yeah.
Or, some you don't know how other people like to wear their leotards. Some people don't
Mm-mm.
like having certain undergarments on with their leotards because it's more comfortable when they're doing stuff or they don't want something to show. And then,
Right.
USAG makes these rules about, hey, you can't have your bra strap showing or something. So, okay, I just won't wear a bra so you won't get deducted for it. But
And
then
then
it's like,
girls with bigger chests really struggle.
like,
Like,
what are you going to do? So, having the option to kind of be more comfortable. And that's why I was also glad they added the rule about not just the tights, but shorts too.
yeah,
Like, I know Anya
exactly.
Pilgrim, like, she warms up with shorts on. That's just what's
Yeah.
most comfortable.
Hmm.
Like, sorry,
Yeah.
what? It's a comfortability thing. We're throwing our bodies in the air 50,000 feet. We can at least wear some freaking shorts or tights,
Literally.
please.
Yes. Literally. It should be up to the athlete. That's what I think.
Single time. So
Every single time.
I don't know if it's like an official NCAA rule or law, but I do know for USAG it is a rule that you are
Yeah.
allowed to wear tights. And I like to think that I helped pioneer that. That's why I was
You
so happy when I
absolutely
saw
did.
when I saw the Germany team like have the unitard and stuff. I mean, it's a different country, so different rules.
Sure.
But I was like, oh my gosh, huh, that's all we wanted.
Literally.
That's all I wanted.
Literally.
Gorgeous. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Thank you for sharing that because I want people to know you are a trailblazer in many ways, not just, being the first HBCU gymnast. You're the first for a lot of reasons. So thank you for telling that story. Now I want to get into, before we go, some little fun questions like
Mhm.
makeup, hair, things like that. So, what are your favorite makeup products? Like go-to must-have makeup products for a full beat for a competition?
Okay. The last season of competition, I
Hmm.
had gotten some PR from Refi Beauty, and it was their brow gel specifically.
I love their brows.
I love their brow gel. My brows would stay on the whole time.
You have
So
really good brows
that,
anyway, but like,
thank you. But sometimes towards the ends, it need a little. I feel like a setting spray. I always need to have like a good setting spray. I've yet
period.
to find like my favorite setting spray, but the one that I've noticed works the best so far has been the L'Oreal.
The
The it's
24-hour one,
Yeah, then the red bomb.
infallible.
Yes, that I
It's so good.
put that on. And I like to double up on my setting spray. So I'll do like a little I'll use like the Revolution like Sport Fix. I use
Hmm.
that setting spray first, and then to like lock everything in, I'll use the infallible setting spray. Um Eyeshadows, I've had like the same eyeshadow palette since I started.
What
I
brand is
would just
it?
I want to say it also is Makeup Revolution. I have a Makeup Revolution
Makeup
palette.
Revolution has great stuff.
They do, and I feel like they're not really talking about a lot. But I use a lot of Makeup Revolution. Juvia's Place I've used for majority, like my blush is Juvia's Place blush,
Mm.
and Win
Love
Beauty
Juvia's Place.
also. I love Juvia's Place. I use their for my lips, for my blush, and then for my eyeshadows because they were
Yeah.
one of the only brands that had like the dark blue and like the gold I was
Hmm.
looking for when I was doing my makeup. I
Hmm.
didn't realize how hard it was to find like the right shade of blue.
Yeah.
But Juvia's Place for their eyeshadow palettes, that really was what I used to get those makeup looks. Like I needed a dark look, and they got that, and they have the most glittery stuff like ever.
They're pigmented. I love Juvia's
They
Place.
are pigmented.
I use their liquid blushes. They're so good. You
Yeah,
use like a tiny little dot.
only a little bit, and that's
Yeah.
it. And I like to use the powder blush on top of
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
So literally anything Juvia's Place would is like my go-to for those
So good.
looks.
And like affordable too.
Yeah, they're not bad at all. They're
No,
not crazy.
no. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so what beauty products do you like when you run out of it could be hair, it could be skincare, body care, makeup, whatever. But what beauty products, when you run out of them, you have to immediately go repurchase?
Probably Good Molecules pimple patches. I
Love.
just like there's so many of them in one box, and they're not inexpensive at all.
Hmm.
But like I've used like the Mighty Patch, I've used like other
Hmm.
brands of pimple patches. For some reason, Good Molecules is like the only one that will work on me.
Okay.
So as soon as I run out of pimple patches, I have to go get more in case I get a pimple somewhere because I'm just prone to getting pimples at the worst time.
Hmm.
So as soon as I run out, I'll go and get some more. I love the Good Molecules pimple patches.
Love Good
They're
Molecules,
so good.
period. What else? Any other products that you have to like instantly repurchase?
Probably. Oh, I'm trying to think of.
Like body cares, like something like that.
Oh, the
Are
EOS
you talking about
lotion, but not the lotion. It's the same lotion, but in their like body butter. They're like whipped body
the
butter.
tub,
The tub,
the vanilla
that one.
cashmere?
Yeah, the vanilla cashmere. I literally just bought another one. I wasn't even done with the one that I have. I just bought another one because I'm about to be done. So I'm gonna get a new one. That and then I like using Tree Hut for scrubs in the shower.
They're the
But
best.
outside of that, the lock I can't say it.
L'Occitane?
That one, the shower oil. I
I haven't
I know
tried
it is
that.
expensive. It is expensive. Like I think the little bottle I had was like $30, but it
Mhm.
lasted me like months, and it
So,
was so good.
does it
I
smell
love that
good?
shower oil. It does. It has like a light kind of like almondy smell, but
Ooh,
when you layer it with like your other shower stuff, it makes my skin feel so soft. I love that
I'm
one
gonna
so
have to
much.
try that out. I love a good shower oil.
It
Shower
is
gel.
so good. It is expensive, so I don't get it every time, but
Yeah, yeah. But when you want to treat yourself.
literally.
Okay, so you are studying film, you've studied film, things like that. What is your favorite movie of all time? I know it's a hard question. If you need to name more than one, that's fine.
Okay, good. So it is embarrassing a little bit. So I really do love Disney movies. Not even for like plot or
Yeah,
cinema, but just for comfort. I really love
absolutely.
watching Disney princess movies. Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland. Those are like my favorite like animated movies. I love them. They just make me happy. I'll just play them in the background while I'm working. I just love a good
I
Cinderella
love
movie. It's so good.
that.
But like an actual like real film with my film eyes to critique on, probably the oh my god, I just lost it. I had it, then I lost it. No, Love Jones.
Love Jones.
Love it. Love Jones.
I have not seen
Um,
that. What is that?
it's a romance, of course. It's a romance movie, and it's basically about like this guy who meets this girl, and he's a photographer. No, she's a photographer, and
Mm-hmm.
he's a writer. He's
Hmm.
a writer. She's a photographer, and like they end up in like this weird friends with benefits situation type thing, but then they want to be more, but then like
Okay.
they can't really they can't really be more because they have their own internal stuff going on. They don't communicate that well, but then they do, and I can't explain it. You gotta watch it.
I'm gonna
Love
watch
Jones.
it. Love Jones.
It's such a good
Got it.
film. Oh, I love that movie so much.
Can't wait. I love a good movie. What is your favorite word?
Serendipitous,
Ooh, I love that. What is your least favorite word?
moist.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. Hmm.
Okay. What gym sound or noise do you love?
Oh, I love a good beam, like a
Mm,
real good beam sound like that.
love it. What's a gym noise or sound that you absolutely hate?
Um, oh, I almost gagged thinking about it. Scratching the metal thing on the
On
bars
bars?
sometimes because it like gets really squeaky and I just
Bree Clark said the same thing.
oh my god, really? I
Yes.
got it. I almost like gagged just thinking about it. It's just like
She said she could handle nails on a chalkboard more than she could handle that.
it's I don't know why it's just really bad. I walk away whenever I hear it. It just
That's
ooh, oh
hilarious.
god, I hate that sound.
Okay, what brings you to life creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Probably my scrapbooking and writing. I love to write and get all my thoughts out. Any
I
type
love
of documentation. I also like taking pictures. I love taking pictures.
that. Okay. What is your favorite guilty pleasure show?
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. Okay. All right. That's a funny show.
It is a funny show. Older seasons even more than the later ones, but
Mhm.
I love Bob's Burgers.
Okay. All right. And if gymnastics didn't exist, what other sport would you have done?
Volleyball.
Love. Love.
Volleyball.
As a former volleyball girly to another, I love it. All right, this is an important question. I ask everyone these final 10, by the way. So this is probably my favorite question of the final 10.
Okay.
Who is on your gymnastics Mount Rushmore? Top four all time.
Oh
I know it's hard.
gosh. I put someone there automatically.
Yeah, automatically.
I'm trying
Simone's
not to.
in there.
Um, honestly, Sean Johnson.
Yeah.
I she
Talk
was
about a great beam worker. Oh my God.
yeah, she was amazing on beam, but not even just that. Every other event she was solid
Oh,
on, even bars, like she was
yeah.
clean.
Yes. Yes. It
Sean
wasn't even her
Johnson,
best event, but she was clean on it. Yeah.
right? Sean Johnson, Simone Biles. Boy, how many people are on Mount Rushmore?
Four.
No, I thought it was five.
You can say five. Brie Clark said five, so it's okay.
Because I'm like, Gabby Douglas is my childhood hero. I
You
have
gotta
to put
have
her
her
on
on
there.
there.
If I
Yeah.
don't, what am I gonna do? Okay, I have two
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to throw in Betty Okino.
Love. Oh my God. Her triple turn on beam.
Yeah,
So hard.
Betty Okino. Or I could put Dominique Dawes, but I want to save space for one more. So, oh God, what kind of question is this?
I know, girl. I'm bringing the hard questions.
Simone Biles, Sean Johnson. I'm gonna say Gabby Douglas because that's my
Hmm.
hero.
Hmm.
Two more because I'm not gonna go over five.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'll say, I'll say, I'll say Dominique Dawes. I love
Yeah.
Betty Okino though.
Yeah. I mean, they're both incredible. I
They're
think.
both incredible. I just think Dominique had a lot of difficulty,
Oh,
but
yeah.
so did Betty.
Yeah. Both of them
Dang,
did.
Betty's underrated.
Betty's very underrated.
Honorable mention Betty Okino.
Love.
So Dominique Dawes, and then last one, say Moshiano.
Okay. We got some 90s in there. We've got some
Yeah,
2010s, some current. I love it. You got a good variety in there.
yeah, she was very good for her
Oh,
age. She was
so
like the
good.
best thing since Nadia, and Nadia was the same age.
Yeah, no, she was incredible. Love Dominique. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I also am a gym nerd, so like I am thinking of like current gymnasts, but I also have to think about like, oh wait, the icons.
Right. No, it's hard to find the balance. I know. I know. So who are some of your favorite current gymnasts right now to watch?
To watch Simone Biles, Suni Lee, I love them so much.
Yeah, of course.
Um, More current. Um, Ooh, Jane Carey,
Oh,
honestly, I really grew to enjoy watching her gymnastics
yeah.
because I feel like before her gymnastics was like a little bit underwhelming for me just because I feel
Mhm.
like she looked timid. But
Yeah.
now, since she went to Oregon and then
Yeah.
like when she was doing Oregon and Elite, her gymnastics noticeably I could tell just
Yep.
looked way better. Like she looks like she owns it, and it's just like
Yes.
you could tell.
She
So
has
I
that look in
really
her
enjoy
eye
watching.
too.
Yeah, I enjoy watching Jay Carey
I
because
do too.
like the before to now is just like oh
Yeah,
she's confident. Like she has no doubt in her mind anymore, and I love
I
that for
agree.
her.
I agree. She's
Um,
only gotten better with age.
she has like she's only gotten better the
Yeah.
whole time. Jordan Childs, I'm
Yep.
obsessed with Jordan Childs.
Me too,
I
girl.
I love Jordan Childs. Oh, I
Me
should
too.
put her on my not Rushmore. Maybe I'll put Jordan Childs on there.
Put her
I'll
on.
take I'll take out Dominique Moshiana. I'll put on Jordan
I
Childs.
love it.
Oh God, don't come for me here, Jim Internet. But I Jordan Childs for sure.
Listen, there's no wrong answers here, okay? This is a hard question. We love all the athletes, okay? We want to
Yes,
put them all on the list.
but I love watching Jordan Childs.
Me too. She's
Any
special. She's
any product out
special.
of UCLA, I love. But Jordan Childs, I am also Jordan Childs. Also, I don't know if it's still current. Well, yeah, because she's training elite. Aaliyah Finnegan. I love
Yep.
watching Aaliyah Finnegan. Like
So
she
good.
just graduated, so that's still current, right?
And she
Like
just
she,
competed at the Southeast Asian Games.
yeah, like she's still competing, so that counts. Okay, Aaliyah Finnegan for
Yeah.
sure.
She won
And
a gold
then
medal on vault and a bronze
she
on
did win a
beam.
gold medal.
Uh-huh.
That was amazing. And I have to
Yeah.
be biased. Like I have to put in a couple of my teammates out of
Yeah.
bias. I love Zion Floor.
Oh, iconic.
Like I think I knew I've always was been a performer and I could dance. And honestly, I can say it wasn't until Zaya that I started questioning my performance because that was like the one thing I was like, oh, I got it. Like my tumbling can be sketched sometimes, but I know I can perform until I met Zaya. Then I was like, no,
Zaya can throw down.
I could, no, I can't.
Did you
That
see did you see her Sinners floor routine?
I did, but didn't because I saw you posted it and I watched
Hmm.
a little bit of it, but I was like, you know what? Because I wasn't able to go to the
You see it in person. You need to
but
see it
I
in
was like,
person.
I wanna see this in person. I felt
Yeah.
like I need to wait and see that.
It's so good. It's so good. And her full in is just so good.
Yeah,
So good.
I like watching Zion Floor a lot.
Oh yeah. Okay. So if you were reincarnated as an animal, what animal would you be?
Oh, I'd be a hummingbird because
I love that.
they just fly all over the place. They're like hyper
They're just
energetic.
happy, positive, and
Yeah, and they eat
yeah.
a lot of sweet flowers, and I like sweet treats. So
Oh,
I'd
what's
be
your
a
favorite sweet
hummingbird.
treat?
Probably chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream
Oof.
or brownies. I love a
So you're
good
a chocolate
brownie.
girly.
Yeah, I love a good brownie. Ooh,
I'm a like a sour fruity candy girly.
oh, like Sour Patch and like gummies and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
See, I like the sour candies. I'd be like, ooh, but I do like lemon heads for some reason. I can't. Sour candy can be
Lemon
too
heads
much for
are
me, but
really
I like lemon.
sour.
Lemon heads are really sour, but I like it more than like the sour fruity.
That's hilarious. My husband's the same way though. Like he loves chocolate and like so I like for Christmas I always get like all the fruity and sour candy and he likes those too, but he's a big chocolate fiend. He loves chocolate.
I don't know. I like dark chocolate too. Like milk chocolate is too sweet.
He does
But
not
I
like dark
love
chocolate.
dark chocolate. Dark chocolate with like caramel is like perfect, not sweetness.
Have you had the Dubai chocolate?
No, I haven't.
That is my husband's new favorite thing is the Dubai chocolate. You should
Dubai
try it.
chocolate.
And I'm not even like a big chocolate person. I do like chocolate, but like I said, I like sour candy more. But the Dubai chocolate is very good. You should try it. Highly
Mm.
recommend. Well, thank you so much for coming on this podcast, Naima. I really, truly appreciate your time and the fact that you were so willing to do this.
having me. I'm so proud of you. Like, you would always call into like all of our practices and meets and stuff, but not even that. Like, I feel like your account and your platform has just like slowly become like one of the best ones on the gym internet. Like,
Good.
there's some good ones,
Yeah.
like news and stuff. I love Planet of Gymnastics and
Oh
things, but
yeah,
like
absolutely.
I feel like the routine breakdowns and like I really always liked how as a professional underdog, I always liked how you showed the underdogs
Hmm.
and the ones that are at the top, the stars, the underdogs, just you gave everyone like the same amount of attention.
Hmm.
And that is really amazing to see for a gym internet platform. So I absolutely am so proud of you. I cannot wait
You're
to
gonna make me
watch
cry.
this podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, thank you so much. That really means a lot. You are a precious angel, and I am so honored to know you. And I'm honored that you came on my podcast. And I hope that you'll come on again sometime.
Anytime.
Okay, perfect. Well, I hope you have a good evening, and I will talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Tumbling, tumbling, no way. Oh, we keep tumbling, tumbling. Oh, tumbling, tumbling, no way. Oh, we keep tumbling, tumbling. Oh, tumbling, tumbling, no way. Oh, we keep tumbling.